All right, man. First and foremost, of course, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the one true living God and none else. Yahweh being the true name of the Most High, Bahashim meaning the name of, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of his only begotten Son, man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which they are, quote unquote, black men. The Most High and his Son, so called black men, right, with white and woolly hair, like a Negro's hair is, right, woolly. But this video basically is gonna be on, cussing out you fucking false pastors, you false pastors, you false prophets, all right, and condemning the fuck out you, man. That's basically what this video is gonna be about. And I found this video on the Clock app, which inspired me to do this video, because again, these false prophets, and false teachers and apostles, even you niggas that find yourself falling in under the apologetics, I guess you could say, labor. All right, your whole entire ministry is it's against the Bible, man. The word apologetics, right, when you go into it, means to contend, man, to fight. Now, when you read Paul's letters to Titus, what is it, 3 and 9, avoid contentions, man. See, so your whole, and strivings about the law. So your whole ministry is really against the Bible. But, which is not surprising, you don't understand the Bible any goddamn way. But, all you niggas, you fulfill prophecy, man. All right, and essentially you will all fall by the sword. So that's going to be around, what the title of this video is centered around. Now, I found this video on the Clock app, and this is supposed to be, now this is an AI video too. All right, it's supposed to be Pastor Anthony Philip Mitchell's, and how do I know that? Because it looks just like the nigga, man. And then this is Esau Edom, of course. Fucking all men in black, all black shades, right? Because Esau Edom, he's actually the one that's void of light. There's actually a scripture in the book of 1 John 4. It says that he that hateth a brother is in darkness, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is a child of darkness, man. Because there's many precepts that says Esau hated his brother, man, and pursued him with the sword, right? And he kept his wrath forever. He kept his hatred forever, right? So again, we got the pastor here, which at least I believe in the video to be Pastor Anthony Philip Mitchell. It looks like the dude, right? It's an AI video, and you got Esau Edom, man, basically paying him off to teach false doctrine, man. Right? To sell out and bend over for the all-seeing eye paper. You even got certain Israelites. See that? Taking that, bending over for that all-seeing eye paper, teaching things they ought not. See that? For that goddamn blood money, man. Which is not, it's never worth it, man. Okay? And there's really a lot of precepts that come to my mind pertaining to this topic, but let me just play the video, man. It's just a very short video, too, but,
Smith, I know the people in the land today ain't the biblical Jews. I know Revelation 2 verse 9 and Revelation 3 verse 9 tell us that. But they own the media, they own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money and they take care of me.
Oh, shit. Let's rewind that again. Let's play it one more time, man. They love the money. And notice he mentioned those people over there in the Holy Land today, the JEW people, man. Which we know they're not the Israelites. Right? They're Edomites. They are Amalek. And just like it says in the video, they control media. They control every goddamn thing. They own all the banks. The banks that banks get their money from, they own that. The Federal Reserve. Right? The Rothschilds, which they're Amalek. Okay? Which are the JEW people. They're Edomites. Play it one more time.
Smith, I know the people in the land today ain't the biblical Jews. I know Revelation 2 verse 9 and Revelation 3 verse 9 tell us that. But they own the media. They own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money, and they take care of me.
That's gonna be the thumbnail for the video right there. That right there, man. So he said, but they own the media and they own me and they pay me well, and I love the money. Now let's go to. I gotta say too, this AI shit, man. Damn, when the Most High told the prophet Daniel in Daniel 12 that knowledge will be increased, he wasn't lying, man. This AI shit and this technology is crazy, man. All right? He said, and I love the money, right? This is 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root. Okay, the root is you know what a root is, right? The source of a thing, of all evil. Okay? The love of money is the source. It's the root of all evil, man. All evil, and fucking bending over for that all-seeing eye paper, right? Selling out, to twisting and perverting the words of the Lord is evil, man. So wind that part again, just that specific part. See that? One time, man.
I love the money, and they take care of me.
Wait.
Media, they own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money, and they take care of me.
See that? I love the money, and they take care of me. See that? So again, 1 Timothy 6 and 10, which is a letter written by Paul to the Apostle Timothy. Okay? Or to, Timothy. For the love of money is the root of all evil. See that? It's the source of all evil, man. Which while some coveted, which means desire, right? Which while some coveted after, they desired after, they have what? Erred from the faith. And pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Can't get around that, man. What does verse 11 say? But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness. See that? Godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Right? Verse 12. Fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. Okay? The point is in verse 10 and 11, man. The love of money, just like he said, he loved the money, man. That's the source of all evil, man. You got niggas bending over, teaching false doctrine, teaching things they ought not. Right? As it says in the book of Titus, which is a letter also written by Paul. It's Titus 1, verse 10. For there are many, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. See that? Especially they of the circumcision. Those that know better, man. The circumcision in the New Testament were predominantly the Jews, man, who grew up in the laws and the customs. They knew right from wrong. Right? Especially they of the circumcision. And today, the circumcision, well, really back then too, but the circumcision would be those in the truth. If you're in the truth, you're spiritually circumcised, man. You are of the circumcision, man. The uncircumcised, they're out there in the world doing whatever the fuck they want. All right? Or just walking in darkness. You see? So especially they of the circumcision, man. Niggas in the truth, whose mouths must be stopped and will be stopped. Right? Who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. You shouldn't be teaching that. Why? For filthy lucre's sake. Just go into the word lucre. It's talking about money. Okay? One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Cretians are always liars. Evil beasts. See that? A beast in the ass nigga. Slow bellies. This witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply. And that's what this video is about, man. Cussing you fucking false pastors out, and you false prophets, false teachers, you stupid ass apologists. Rebuke your ass sharp. So that means cuss you the fuck out, basically, sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. And we know for most of you niggas, you're damn, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. All right, so the point is in verse 10, 11. All right, and a lot of you niggas, we know you ain't going to God. Wait, what did the video say? But I love my money. They pay me good and they take care of me, man. Well, I hope Esau Edom's rudiments, I hope his table crumbs satisfy you, because that man's getting ready to come down hard, man, and bust you niggas fucking heads open, man. Time Jacob Trouble is going to be a terrible time. Okay? Let's get 2 Peter 2. Again, these false prophets, they fulfill prophecy, man. Okay? 2 Peter 2 and 1. Let's read it. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, false doctrine, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift what? Destruction. So all you false pastors, prophets, you stupid apologists, niggas, you're all gonna fucking die a terrible death. Alright, now, of course, I ain't gonna say you're going to hell, because there's no such thing as hell, man. And that's that bullshit that y'all teaching that Christian church. Right? And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So many niggas gonna follow, and this is how you know Christianity can't be where the truth is at, man. The truth is supposed to have a small amount of people. The truth is not liked. Yahushua had the truth, and the world hated him, as it's written in John 7. So what the fuck? All these Christian videos, 4.5 million views. Nigga, you're a false prophet. You're saying something that's world friendly. Verse 3 here, what's the point? And through what? Covetousness, desire, greedy gain, man, of what? Money, shall they with feigned words make what? Merchandise of you. Come on, man. Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not. Meaning what? Their judgment is coming, and their damnation slumbereth not. So your judgment ain't sleeping, nigga. It's coming. Which, Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter, right? Let me get that. He that speaketh unrighteous things, all right? And I'm sorry, this is on my mind. Was Timothy. I mean, he was a bishop. But, I mean, technically you can say he was an apostle. The word just means sent. Whether Timothy is considered an apostle depends on how the term is defined. It just means sent. Alright. But, yeah, man. But nonetheless, basically, there we go. Basically, their damnation slumbereth not, man. With covetousness shall they make merchandise of the flock. See that? Their judgment is coming. Now, there was also, right, I believe it was in verse 2, right? Right, many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Now, let me read Wisdom of Solomon 1 first, because why do these niggas' judgment is sleeping, is not sleeping? Because they're speaking unrighteous things, right? And then we're going to get Ezekiel 14. Niggas that follow false prophets, you're going to receive their reward, okay? You're going to receive a false prophet's reward, which is death. It's Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things hath knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things, false doctrine, or just really any type of blasphemy coming out of your mouth, there's just such thing as sinning with your lips, man. Sometimes it's best to shut the fuck up. Right? And again, we read in Titus how niggas are, through their mouth, teaching what they ought not, man. Whose mouths must be stopped, right? And it will be stopped, as we're about to read. Okay? So they're out of their mouth, they're teaching what they're not supposed to be for that fucking money, man. I love the money, and they take care of me. That's what the nigga said, right? He that speaketh unrighteous things, false doctrine, cannot be, really anything. Unrighteous cannot be hid. Right, so when judgment comes, you can't be hid. Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. Right, so when vengeance comes, it's not going to pass over you. You're going to get got. For inquisition, right, shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly. Inquisition, it was the Most High, basically, I guess you could say looking into a matter, man. To inquisitive about something, right? And the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds, your wicked actions, man. You see? So all your words, nigga, they always come before the Lord. He that plant that, one of my favorite scriptures, Psalm 94. He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? You see what I'm saying? The Lord hears and sees every goddamn thing. All your words is before the Lord, man. For the ear of, oh my God, for the ear of jealousy heareth all things. That's the Most High. And the noise of murmurings is not hid. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there was no word so secret that shall go for naught, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. See that? Seek not death in the error of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the work of your hands, with the work, because that's how you bring death unto yourself. Okay? With the work of your own hands. Okay? So this is why when you read 2 Peter 2, these false teachers and false fucking prophets, their goddamn judgment is not sleeping, man. All right? And when it comes, it ain't gonna pass over you. It's gonna fucking slice your ass in half, man. Okay? Speaking unrighteous things, man, through your batshit fucking mouth. Now let me get Ezekiel 14, right? The consequence, the 2 Peter 2, right? The second verse, not the third verse, but the second verse, right? It mentioned how these niggas many niggas are gonna follow. Peter talked about many niggas are gonna follow these false prophets. Ezekiel 14 and 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. Right? So to deceive anybody that is deceived, that's living in a lie, that's the Lord's doing, man. Okay? Everything belongs to Yahweh Shemel Shai. And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. Right? He's gonna kill you. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Can't get around that one, baby. Okay? So again, if you follow a false prophet, you're going to receive a false prophet's reward. And it's the same thing on the right-hand side, because the Most High comes to the balance. If you follow an actual true prophet, because we know the true prophets are in Babylon the Great, and they're all over the world, really, you're going to receive their reward, right? Yahushua said it best in Matthew 10. Even if you give someone that believes in him a cup of water, you shall not lose your reward, man. You know? And even that goes for really, what I'll say with a barometer on it, heathen too, because when you go to Genesis 12, it says, and even also, Numbers 23, blessed is he that blesseth Israel, and cursed he that curseth Israel. So let's say a heathen, helps you out. The Most High, he's still in control of all things. Now, that has nothing to do with salvation, but a fucking blessing. I mean, Esau was blessed, nigga, with the sword. The Most High blessed Ishmael. 12 princes shall he begat, he shall become a great nation, right? Genesis 16. So blessings and salvation, two different things. But the Most High may send blessings toward, like, let's say, a little heathen woman, I guess you could say. I don't know. You see you goddamn have ate all day, buy your little Spanish plate. The Most High may send her a couple blessings, man. See that? He that giveth a cup of water to someone that believes in me shall not lose his reward, man. Okay? So I'm just saying. Fucking, and also don't forget, I believe when Elijah was fasting, I will have to fact check it because I haven't read the story in a long time, but that woman that had aided him, I don't think she was an Israelite. I think she was a heathen. I have to fact check the story, though. But point being made, blessed is they that bless Israel, man. Curse is they that curse us. Or rather, those that believe in, Yahushua, or in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and the Most High through his son Yahushua. All right? But nonetheless, yeah, man. So you niggas, man, following these false prophets, you gonna die with them, man. All right? You fucking niggas teaching for fucking goddamn a reward, man. That's that love of money, man. What's that? 1 Peter chapter 5. Let me see if I can get that one. Right, 1 Peter 5 and 2. Okay, so we was in 2 Peter 2 and 2. Yeah, right. Now we're in 1 Peter 5. Feed the flock of the Most High. Right, feed the flock of the Most High. Who's the flock? The Israelites, or specifically believers amongst the nation of Israel. Feeding them with what? The spiritual bread and spiritual water, man. Which is this word. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof. Not by constraint, but willingly. Right, so we shouldn't have to fucking make you or force you to do something, man. It shouldn't have to fight you to go out in the highways and the byways to make videos. Okay, you gotta do it willingly, man. And even Paul talked about that. I'll grab a quick precept in 1 Corinthians 9. Is it 1 Corinthians 9? Yes, it is. 1 Corinthians 9. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. 1 Corinthians 9. There we go. Verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. Sorry, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is me if I preach not the gospel. Right. Woe is me if we preach not the gospel, man. That's the mindset you gotta have. But here's the point, verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. See that? So, we gotta do it willingly, man. But if against my will, right, so if I'm doing the work of the Lord against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Basically, that proves, that I've been entrusted with, the word of the Lord, man. All right? Because if you don't want to do the will of the Lord, but you're still doing it anyway, right? That's the Most High working through you. It shows dispensation is something that's given, essentially, right? Distribution. A distribution of the gospel is committed unto me. Meaning what? You were entrusted, obviously, by Yahushua. Because Paul was called into the ministry personally by Yahushua. Okay? So, again, if I do the work of the Lord against my will, a distribution of the gospel is committed unto me, man. So if I'm doing the work of the Lord, even though I don't even want to, this shows and proves I've been entrusted with this gospel, man, with this word, to handle this word. All right? From the one on high. We've been entrusted with that. See that word? That's why the Apostle Paul talked about, I am a slave Or no, he said, I'm a prisoner of Yahushua. Because we are the elect are prisoners of Yahushua. Okay, remember, it's the man's going to the Lord, man. So if you consistently doing something you don't want to do, nigga, it's not you, man. It's the Lord working through you, man. The elect are prisoners of Yahushua. All right, but the point being made, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. We got to do it willingly, man. Go back to 1 Peter 5, verse 2. So Peter and Paul saying the same thing. Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, right? So you shouldn't have to fucking, let's go into the word constraint. Have to fight you to, push the truth, right? Or okay, I misinterpreted the word constraint. That's why it's important to go into your words. A limitation or restriction. All right, so with no limitations, right? Not by limitation. See that? But willingly, right? You gotta do it willingly, man. 1 Corinthians 9:17, perfect verse. But here's why we came here: not for filthy lucre, money, but of a ready mind. They shouldn't be doing it for money, man. You shouldn't be doing it for money. Reading NLT. You shouldn't be doing it for money. 1 Peter 5:2. Care for the flock that the Most High has entrusted to you, man. Watch over it willingly, not grudgingly, not for what you will get out of it, but because you are eager to serve God. Let me do this. Let me go into that Greek word for constraint. I'll let you hear it.
Strong's G317.
See, so I was correct.
Anakastos. Anakastos.
By force. See? Shouldn't have to fucking force somebody. So I was correct. That's what it means. By force. That's why it's good to go into the Greek sometimes, because even if you go into the regular word on Google, I mean, it'll give you like a more modern, definition, but you want to go into that Greek. All right, so that's what it means, by force, not by constraint, not by force. So let's read it overall. 1 Peter 5:2 again. Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof. Right, we're taking the oversight because when you're a teacher, you're doing exactly that. You're in an authoritative position, right? You have the oversight. You're leading the charge, not by force, not by constraint, man. So you shouldn't have to force somebody to push this truth and feed the flock of the Most High. And really, if they're the elect, you're not gonna have to anyway. Remember, the elect, there's spirits on them, keeping them doing what they do. They're kept by the power of the Most High. The same way these false ass, remember, the Lord come to the balance. Same way these fucking fatback pastors who love their money, who love how Esau is treating them, and they can't, for some odd reason, they can't stop taking that money. It's the same way that the Most High raised up teachers on the right hand side. The Lord come to balance, man. He raised up elect teachers right on the right hand side, man. To no matter what, they just their entire hearts, man, motives, they called me pushing the truth. All right, but willingly. But here's why we came here in the first place: not for filthy lucre, money, but of a ready mind. Okay, so you shouldn't be teaching for moolah. Simple, man. Simple. Right? But again, that's what these fucking fatback pastors are doing, man. Let's play this fucking video again. It's kind of funny, too.
Smith, I know the people in the land today ain't the biblical Jews. I know Revelation 2 verse 9 and Revelation 3 verse 9 tell us that. But they own the media.
See that? And he said, of course I know it's an AI video, but he said, I know that they're not the Jews, the true Jews of the book, which they're not. Now let's get a precept, right? Him that knew his father's will shall be beaten with many stripes, but him that did not know his father's will shall be beaten with few. Many stripes. Luke 12:47. Verse, and this is red letter. And that servants, which we are the servants, of course, which knew his Lord's will. So you knew the will of the Lord. You knew you had to push the truth, go out in the highways and byways and make videos, whatever the case may be, man. Or essentially, you knew the truth. A lot of niggas know the truth, but for that all-seeing eye paper, for that blood money, they bend over and they sell their fucking soul. Meaning what? They got their, give up all their fucking spiritual morals, man, and just moral in general to make it in this world, man, which is a fucking illusion anyway. Nigga, you gonna sell out for some money. What are you gonna do with the money after, man? Why do you think Judas Iscariot felt so guilty after he got the money after betraying Yahushua? What the fuck you gonna do with the money afterward? What you gonna do, man? Buy some ass? Some damn ass, 20 rods been in already. So even when you look at the gifts of this world, is still tainted, nigga. Nothing to desire. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Okay? So, again, really, this is getting into, you knew the will of the Lord, but you wasn't doing the work of the Lord, man. Your ass gonna be beaten with many stripes. All right? But this can also be bent into the direction of how you got a lot of niggas that know the truth. You know the goddamn people over there in the Holy Land are Edomites. You know they're not the Israelites. So why are you teaching that they are? Right? Or why you just not mentioning them at all? Why you not cussing them out? Even though the Most High told Ezekiel, right, to prophesy against Mount Seir, which we're supposed to be doing right now because we're in modern day Mount Seir in Babylon the Great. So your ass gonna be beaten. Just like he said, I know they're not. I know that they're not the true. I know that they're not the true Jews over there in the Holy Land. And the fact that you still teaching that they are, even though you know that, and you're doing it for that filthy lucre, nigga. Right? The root of all evil. Love of that thing. Guess what, nigga? Your ass gonna be beaten with many stripes, man. Verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Right, so he didn't know the will of the Lord. He wasn't in the truth. He didn't know what to put the lobster and all that. And did commit things worthy of stripes. Right, like breaking the law and all that. Shall be beaten with few stripes. See that? So a few stripes. But him that knew the will of the Lord, you knew he wasn't supposed to eat lobster. You knew he wasn't supposed to teach for filthy lucre's sake. You knew he wasn't supposed to, you knew the truth about, how the people over there in the Holy Land, are not the Israelites, but you still taught that they were. Right? You knew whatever it may have been. That the mark of the beast was our body chip, but you're teaching otherwise. You're going to beat him with many stripes, man. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. See that? And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask more. Okay? So again, very, very clear. Luke 12:48. I want to read that in AOT. I want to put the red letter in it, but it's all right. Luke 12:48. But someone who does not know and then does something wrong will be punished only lightly. Ooh, see that? When someone has been given much, much will be required in return. See that? And really, the teachers, you've been given the most. You've been given the talents to go out and what? Of course, spiritually, we're spiritually, is equivalent to like a common market. I guess you could say reward trading, man. But what that would look like is, teaching, man. You've been given many talents, and you're supposed to take your black ass out there or your Hispanic ass out there, whatever the case may be, and teach, man. Right? The Most High has entrusted you with this word, and you've been enlightened. You have a responsibility, man. And you can't leave off. You can't just leave off that responsibility. Jonah thought he could do the same thing. You can't run from the Lord, nigga. So to him who was given much, much will be required in return. And when someone has been entrusted with much, even more will be required. Okay? So now, right, that we got that scripture, let's get some more with these fatback fucking, because, it's like nothing new under the sun. Even in ancient Israel, man, our people were doing the same shit. Micah 3 was this whole chapter. You got chapters like Jeremiah 23, a little bit of Jeremiah 14, Ezekiel 14, where we was just at. Okay, fucking Ezekiel 34, especially Ezekiel 34. Chapters like that, this chapter, I'm talking about the entire thing. Micah 3, those chapters condemn these fucking false ass pastors, man, and teachers. All right, it's Micah 3, verse 11. The heads thereof, who is that? The teachers, man. Excuse me, that's the leaders. The heads thereof, the leaders, judge for reward, right? So these niggas was taking bribes, man, which is wicked. And the priest thereof, the priests, what do priests do? They teach the law, right? And they also pronounce people clean or unclean. They were charging people to pronounce them clean or unclean, man. A lot of people are just wicked. We always were. Negroes, Hispanic, Native Americans are wicked. Thereof teach for hire. See that? And the prophets thereof divine for money. Nothing new under the sun. Yet will they lean upon the Lord Yahweh and say, is not the Lord among us? Right. And that's these fucking Christian churches, man. These punk ass niggas rolling up to Christian church in a Rolls Royce. I forgot what pastor did that shit. Maybe it was TD Snakes. I don't know. pull up in a fucking Rolls Royce, nigga, you got a fucking mansion. Everybody in the church is poor, selling their damn Payless kangaroo shoes to get to your church, man. Unbelievable. You niggas teach for hire and divine for money. And your ass to turn around, talking, lean on the Lord, think is not the Lord among us, truly believing, after doing dirt, you truly believe the Lord is with your bitch ass, man. None evil can come upon us. You don't think judgment is coming? Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps. Right, so the land of Jerusalem gonna be judged because of our iniquities, man. You even read that in Baruch 4. And the mountain of the house as high the places of the forest. See? So there's nothing new under the sun. You fucking wicked ass teachers, pastors, prophets, and you stupid ass. I really hate these apologists, man. Fucking all you see is I think this one nigga had his name, Esau Apologetics. Nigga, you're going to die, man. Okay? Oh my god, man. It's fucking, oh man. You know, let's go to Revelation 2. Even during the times of Yahushua, right? You had niggas well, there was no church building, but you had niggas like amongst the believers bringing it down with heresy. That were the leaders, man. All right, or at least I won't say bringing it down with heresy, but you know, you had a lot of false fucking teachers, man, and apostles even back then. Right? Revelation 2 and verse 8. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna. Okay, the angel is the pastor of the church, the leader of the church. Right. So Yahushua is sending a message to the leader of the church in Smyrna, which they're all Israelites. These things saith the first and the last. Right, Yahushua is the first because he's the first created spirit, the first created thing, really. He's the last because he's going to be the one, you know, to basically end this earth age and to bring in a new age. Right? Which was dead and is alive. You know what that's talking about. I know your works and tribulation and poverty. Right, because they were poor. But thou art rich, right? Spiritually rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan. Why? Because of their works, man. Right? But even when you go to the Greek word for Satan, Satanas, it can mean a Satan-like man. So you had a lot of niggas amongst the church claiming to be, you know, Jews, claiming to be born again of the circumcision, but they're not. They're of the synagogue of Satan. Yahushua is talking about, he's actually talking about Israelites. Now, I know, you know, we use this scripture to condemn the JEW people that's in our land today, but Yahushua is really talking about Israelites, wicked Israelites. All right, let me get another one in here, right? Because there was actually one specific one where Yahushua mentioned false apostles. Oh, wait, I think I passed it. Oh, right, I did pass it. Okay, what I really wanted was Revelation 2 and 2. But I'll start verse 1. And unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, these things saith he that hath the 7 stars in his right hand. The 7 stars are the 7, because he's writing to the 7 churches, right? The 7 stars are the 7 pastors. Right? Just read Revelation 1, the last 2 verses. The 7 golden candlesticks, that's the churches. Right, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. Right, which means Yahushua's presence is among them, man. Which again, there's no buildings, man. They just, you know, gathering together. Of course, I know your works and your labor and your patience, and how thou cannot bear them which are evil. And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles. See that? And are not, and hast found them liars. See that? So again, false apostles, man. False teachers, prophets, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted. Okay, so there we have it, man. I'm pretty sure there was another scripture too. False apostles. What is that? 1 Timothy 4. Man, there was another one in Revelation. At least I thought there was. Man, I don't want to go all day looking for the joint. Hey, but you know, I'm pretty sure we made the point, man. So these fucking wicked ass false brothers, man, they all going to be exterminated, man. See what I'm saying? Fucking selling out for the Walgreens, all-seeing eye people. Let's play the video again.
You know, Smith, I know the people in the land today ain't the biblical Jews. I know Revelation 2 verse 9 and Revelation 3 verse 9 tell us that. But they own the media, they own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money, and they take care of me.
Maybe it was Revelation 3. Let me check that one. I was trying to mention the false apostles. I'm telling you, that had to be in Revelation. Okay, was it? But you get the point, man. Let's remind a little bit. This video is fucking really funny, man.
Nine tell us that. But they own the media, they own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money, and they take care of me.
See that? And they take care of you. Got that arrogant face on him. Yeah, this is fucking funny, man. And actually, you know what? Actually, damn, it's crazy. This just came back to remembrance. You know why? Whoever made this AI video, you know why they're probably making this Pastor Anthony Philip Mitchell's? I remember seeing a post, I think yesterday. This nigga basically is selling his sermons now, man. He's charging you to enter his sermons, man. Which, I mean, I don't have to get scriptures, man. It's all the way to fuck off, man. That shit off, man. Scripture says in Proverbs, buy the truth and sell it not, nigga. Right? What are you buying the truth for? Your attention, man. Because the truth is free. Okay? Matthew chapter 10, Yahushua said, freely you have received, man. Freely you shall give. Now, there's nothing wrong if you want to, send money or donate. But that shouldn't be your motivation, man. See what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. So, I don't have to pull precepts. I already pulled precepts on that practically. Selling your sermons and shit. Charlie, nigga, I'm tired, man. It's like 4 a.m. But that shit off, man. So again, man, you false fucking prophets, man. You niggas, you getting ready to get your sermon in, man. And I mean, I can go all over the Bible. I mean, really, I don't have to. But it's like, let's get Jeremiah 23, man. You niggas getting ready to fall by that just sword. Verse 1, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, saith Yahweh Yahushai. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Right, but these pastors are feeding the Lord's people with bad food, man. Which is the false doctrine. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. And you really got to read Ezekiel 34, man. It's like a parallel to this. And have not visited them. See that? Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh Yahushua. When the Lord visits you, it's going to be ugly, man. Mind you, when he kills these niggas, he's going to kill all that follow them too. And this is why, what is it? The Apocrypha tells you gold. Right, let me get that. The Apocrypha. Gold have been the fall of many. Okay, so again, these niggas going to sell out for that all-seeing eye paper. Hey, man, you do you. Ecclesiastes 31. All right, and I'm going to get verse 5. He that loveth gold, money, shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. Gold hath been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. See that? It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it. See that? And every fool shall be taken therewith. Point, crystal, blank, clear. So again, man, I mean, you niggas, this fucking you want to sell out for that damn paper, man. And again, as it's written, I just read it to you in 2 Peter 2, man. There's gonna come false prophets, man, making merchandise of the fucking the flock, man. And even let's get Acts 28. Apostle Paul talked about that too. So really, you false prophets, man, you fulfill prophecy. You fulfill prophecy, man. You're all gonna die by the sword. And we also understand that, the Most High has you set up to the snare of 2/3 of the elect. All right, we understand that, man. But he also has teachers on the right-hand side. Come to the balance. Damn, what scripture? Oh, yeah, Acts 20. What was it? 20. I forgot the chapter. Damn, I don't think it was 28. I think it was 20. Yeah, it was Acts 20. Yep, it's Acts chapter 20, verse 32. I'm pretty sure this is Paul speaking. And now, brethren, I commend you to the Most High and to the word of his grace, which is able to build you up. See that this word is able to build you up, man. And to give you an inheritance among all them which are sanctified, all Israelites. Right? And what is the inheritance? The kingdom. But specifically the heathen, man. The slaves take their land. I have coveted, this is Paul, I have coveted no man's silver or gold or apparel. See that? And we have to be followers of Paul as he was a follower of Yahushua. Yeah, he wouldn't do nothing Yahushua wouldn't do. Yeah, you yourselves know that these hands have ministered unto my necessities and to them that are with me. I have showed you all things, how that so laboring you have to support the weak. Okay, I passed it. There we go. I passed it. Verse Acts 20 and verse 27. For I have not shunned, right, to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High. Right, so I declared you every single word, man. Okay? Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock. The same flock, according to 1 Peter 5, we're supposed to feed, right? Not by constraint, but willingly, man. You shouldn't have to force you to do it, but you should want to do it willingly, right? And not for filthy loot, not for money. Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Ghost hath made you overseers, right? Made you leaders, man. All right, and I should go into that Greek word for overseers, but I'll leave it there. To feed the church of the Most High with what? Knowledge and understanding, right? The bread and the water, which he had purchased with his own blood, right? Yahushua. This is how I know they're Israelites. For I know this. What did Paul know? That after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. See that? Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, and draw away disciples after them. Therefore watch, and remember that by the space of 3 years I cease not to warn everyone night and day with tears. So there we have it, man. Grievous wolves, who are the grievous wolves, man? Let's get Matthew 7, and then let's get another precept in Zephaniah 3. Who are the grievous wolves? Matthew 7 and verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. False prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, meaning they appear like they have your best interest. They appear like they just want to be a man of God, but inwardly in their heart, man, their intentions, they are ravening wolves, right? These niggas, they eat up the flesh and devour the Lord's people, man. The Lord's people are poor, man. You pass around some damn bucket 6 times a sermon, right? And your ass is richer. You got a mansion. Shit, man. Those are the wolves that Paul was talking about in Acts 20, man. As one precept, let's get Zephaniah 3. But Zephaniah 3 curses out wicked ass Israelites, man. You know, I have to fact check myself. That's just how I am. In Acts 20, I don't remember the verse. It was like 28, I believe. Yep. Exactly, Paul. So there we have it. So let's get another precept on those wolves that Paul talked about. Zephaniah 3, I'll start at the top. 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, for the oppressing cities, right? Jerusalem. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, right? Because the Lord, he sent judgment after judgment on the Israelites, famines, fucking us up, but yet we still just was misbehaving. We received not correction. She trusted not in Yahweh, she drew not near to her God. Here's the point. Her princes within her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves. So those are the leaders, really. You know, they gnaw not the bones till the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons, man. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. Meaning what? They haven't been keeping the law. They fucking defiled it. And remember, these niggas, these false prophets that are light and treacherous persons, everybody come back in their lot. Okay? You come back in your lot. So it's like these niggas, man, they all these false prophets back then, they back, man. You know, amongst Israel and these fucking 501c, that's what you call them, right? Churches that were paid off, I'm pretty sure, 501c3. Your T.D. Jakes and fucking Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell. That's like the only two I know off the top of my head. Them niggas are Israelites by nationality, man, but they, you know, false teachers, man. False prophets. Really, all you stupid ass Christians and false prophets. Because you got certain Christians that call themselves like apologists. They don't really, I wouldn't say they go to a building like that. But really, they just spend all their time and money going around, quote unquote, debating Israelites. But, yeah, man, so them stupid niggas too. They're just false teachers, man. Okay? Our prophets are light and treacherous person. These niggas are treacherous, man. And they all are back. They're all back. You know, let's get Isaiah 29. Verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. Right. So they're drunk, but not with wine. What are they drunk with? False doctrine. For Yahweh poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. And have closed your eyes spiritually. The prophets, and your rulers, the seers, so another word for a prophet, hath he covered. Wait a minute, am I even reading? Bro, I'm not even reading it right. There goes Isaiah 28. Damn, man. Right, it was Isaiah 28, not 29. I'm fucking stupid. Isaiah 28 in verse 7. But they also have erred through wine. Right, they erred through doctrine. And through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet had erred through strong drink. It's the same thing today. They are swallowed up with wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness. Right, a table is somewhere you serve food. So we're in the modern day tables, the Christian churches, man. That's where the doctrine is served, man. Are full of vomit. So all these tables, all these church has are full of vomit and filthiness, are full of false doctrine. So that there is no place clean. See? So again, there's no place clean, man. But we know that the elect have the clean doctrine, man. See that? So I mean, again, you fucking, you stupid ass. Play this video one more time, man. It's just funny, man. It's funny because that AI, man.
You know, Smith, I know the people in the land today ain't the biblical Jews. I know Revelation 2 verse 9 and Revelation 3 verse 9 tell us that. But they own the media, they own me and pay well. Why lose my money? I love the money and they take care of me.
That's definitely gonna be the thumbnail, man. Eating that fucking meat. That's how you notice. It has to be. Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, bro. Sounds like him too. You know? But, I mean, hey, man, judgment is getting ready to come down, man. And you niggas need to repent. You know, and stop calling that Jesus crap. You know, but nonetheless, I think I'm gonna close out there, man. So, again, all you false prophets, your judgment is nigh, man. See, you're gonna fall by the fucking sword, man. Right? And again, there's other precepts out there too, but I read Ezekiel 14. All right? You're going to die. And all they that who follow you, man. There's another one that said the same thing in Jeremiah 14. All right? I'm going to close out there, man. So you false prophets, man. You false teachers. You stupid ass apologists. You're all going to die. And I can't wait. Can't wait for the end, baby. Shit. All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, Lord willing. Excuse me, you are edified. Lord willing, see you in the next one. That says strong. Shalom. Shalom.